There has been this question that has been asked by a little bit of people asking that why has Congrat's dad not be available to his family but has been available to Emali? That is a little bit of the question that we are just going to have. Just in a highlight, also we are just going to discuss when we just saw Congrat's dad when he just performed his first charity work. For those people who have been following Congrat's dad since the beginning, you can easily tell. Congrat's dad has never associated with any YouTuber for a quite period of time. If Congrat's dad just gives a YouTuber a welcoming, he does not give his full time. Talk about he goes with him to the shop, purchase a little bit of clothing, come with the clothing, goes and distribute this clothing in form of performing a charity work. Some people ask, how is charity work? Charity work, when you have to start charity work, you have to show your potential that actually I have a little bit of money. I can buy a little bit of clothes. Then when you take this a little bit of clothes to somebody, then the subscribers, all the people now can see we can just go there and support this kind of people. But this was the first charity work Conrad performed with Emali. Before we just enter in deeper into details and to this discussion of the day. Today was the last day of that we laid only Omari to rest in peace. Actually, we went up to Migori. For those people who have been in Nyabohanse, they can easily tell where is Migori. That is where his body was taken the day that he was done what? The day that he was unalived. His body was taken to Migori by the police. So it was a technical case, but through God, through people, and through well wishes that we had to support whenever we had and whenever people had to go and bring the body of Omari, and went and brought the body of Omari, and by 1 o'clock we had already laid Mayani to rest in peace. Not Mayani, sorry. Omari to rest in peace. By 1 o'clock we had already laid Omari to rest in peace. And a lot of people, they were crying bitterly. And one thing that I liked about Conrad, when he was just given a mic to talk, he just said that we know very well this type of death, it was not met to this Omari. But we cannot judge it. Only God will answer in his own time. That was the first person who spoke. That was Congrat's dad. Then the pastor himself actually came and said, we have known this guy for the quite period of time. He had married. He came all about Burundi. For those people who don't know Burundi, where it is Burundi, Burundi are people that suffered a lot. And today came to understand, today came to get the full history of this kind of the boy, is that he disappeared from home when there was a very big war. And he was taken from his home like a refugee to Tanzania. Before reaching Tanzania, he lost his grandmother. So he was taken, he came from Burundi with his grandmother. Talk about his parents died when they were in Burundi. So the grandmother disappeared to get a place that is well peaceful. So they came to Tanzania, whereby his grandmother again died. So he was left in hands of well-wishers until he came to Nyabohanse, where he was unalived. But God, we only live for God. We only live for God. We cannot talk anything. We live to God. Let's now dive into the main. Before even we dive in now to this kind of the discussion of the day, I'm really grateful for those people who are concerned about Lucas the Traveler. How are you on with your health status? Lucas the Traveler, try to do this and this. Actually, right now, I'm going to say I'm recovering, and I'm recovering strongly because I never allowed this kind of disease to put me down. I was fighting like a man. Despite coming from the hospital, you could get me working, struggling to work, so that at least I can sweat, I can relieve my body, And then I was just trying to look for liquid foods, until right now I can say that I'm okay. And like you can just see, I'm just shooting the video from the normal status, talk about Max Lumumba construction site. Now let's come into the topic of the day. Let me not talk a lot until now people start being bored before coming to the topic of the day. Actually, actually, we saw when Congrat's dad was went to give out his first charity work, his charity good for the first time. They were with Emali. His shirt was being unbuttoned until here. You know, once when I used to grow up, I used being told that when you see those boys, they want to attract some ladies. Usually their chest, they are being opened like this. So when the lady sees his chest, that is the thing that we performed when we were that time, you understand. Leave it that point. But right now, we are looking for money, not any other thing to these days. So actually, when we saw Congrat's dad, when with Emali, he had unbuttoned his shirt, and a very good shirt. That simply means that Congrat's dad is trying to attract some small flowers. What does that simply indicate? It simply indicates that the old flowers are now creating big problem to this kind of the person. Now this kind of the person is trying to look for the young flower so that he can go and make good honey. You know, even a bee goes to look for a good flowers, for the peasant flowers, so that can make a good honey for people to consume that a little bit of the honey. This is what is happening. Now this kind of the man, you can easily tell the difference. When Congrat's dad was in his family member that people are talking about, that's why, and I wonder why now people are mostly concerned about Emali, that why are you zooming this? These are the comments that I read, one of the people that they posted online. Why are you zooming this kind of the man available to you and is not available to his family? If this, these are a little bit of the question. If party A gives you peace, party B does not give you peace. Party A cares for you, party B does not care for you. Party B A gives you good flowers. Party B does not give you flowers. Which part will you go? Automatically, you will go in a part that you are fitted to. You will go in a part that actually when you are there, your heart is grateful. Your heart is joyful. That's why you are seeing most of the times when Emali makes videos, Congrat is there and very happily. Guys, I'm really telling you this one for true. Congrat's dad has never created time for any YouTube. Even if you are from abroad, maybe create for you like 2 minutes time and that is over. But this time round, they went until the market, they purchased clothes, and I'm 100% sure this kind of the clothes, it was the money that purchased this kind of the clothes, it was being donated by Congrat's dad. And they went with Emali to visit this family. That was a good thing. Because they enlightened this family. And I liked how this kind of the man just spoke. That is Congrat's dad. He said that the way you are supporting other people, you should also support this kind of the family. Who was Congrat's dad referring to other people? He was referring to his own family. Talk about Lady J, talk about the sister to Lady J, talk about the Swampy King. These are the people that the Congrat's dad was just referring to. And for those people who are just asking a little bit of question, talking about why is Congrat's dad not creating a lot of time to his family? Let me tell you, a man's heart takes a long time to forget, not like a woman's heart. That's the one thing that you should learn. It is just the other day, even months has not passed, whereby we saw very well in the videos, we saw very well in the social media, whereby this kind of the man was being beaten, and we don't know the reason behind it, because maybe even the reason that it came out from the social media, it was not the main reason behind it. So you can see the man can come quietly, but you don't know what is he thinking about. Maybe he's thinking to marry a second wife, to have peace in another platform. That's the point blank it. Yeah, maybe he's thinking of having another wife somewhere, so that when he is tired, he gonna going to have peace. He gonna going to have somebody to come and tell him, hey, please have refreshing yourself. Because I've been seeing this kind of the man has been working tirelessly day and night, day and night. Even I like how Modesta once a time came and met a Congrat's dad when he had having a very big loads in his wheelbarrow. When he was having, wheelbarrow, when people having wheelbarrows in here, mostly in Kenya, we call it hustler, because when the president of the Kenya was just campaigning, he said that I'm giving you the wheelbarrow. So the wheelbarrow just indicates that we are hustlers. We are hustlers. So hustlers, most of the times, we use wheelbarrows. That's the point blank, and that is the truth. So that's why you see, when you see mostly Congrat's dad has this a little bit of the wheelbarrow, it simply indicates that he is still a hustler. So automatically, this is claiming that Congrat's dad did not have he can also have good clothes. He can also dress properly. You people, you can easily tell now Congrat's dad has good not that t-shirt that Congrat's dad just wear the other day is meant for gigantic men. Gigantic men, super handsome men. Hey, don't worry. That was what it is. And when you see Emali was just behind it, and I was just Congrat's dad is just here. We have just come with Congrat's dad over here. And actually, everything was just moving on fantastically. And Congrat's dad was just smiling from the back and say, things are just moving. But we are not indicating that now they are but don't worry, we are just moving on. And that's the point behind it. And we have to make it happen. Because, guys, this is it. And that it is what it is. Because most of the otherwise, guys, we are just going to continue highlighting this kind of the issues. But before we stop it, let's head to the construction site, so that we're going to see what is really happening at that construction site even before we go any place. Because I'm just from the funeral, and we have to make sure that every part has to move on. Because remember that Omar is a very close neighbor of mine, and I have must to attend that kind of the funeral. That simply means I came very early, I organized work, I went to my site there, I organized work, then I rushed. For those people that say, I've already found water at my site, and I think the video will be coming out very soon. And for those people who have been watching Masari, Agostino Masari has been seeing Agostino Masari found water, and we went and dug some more pits to make sure that, this is the best time to dig a borehole or a well. Because when you find water at this time, I'm telling you that water will last for long, because this is a dry season. That's why you're seeing this site of Maxwell Mumba now we are suffering because of water. That's why the work is not moving very fluent like the other day because of water. So we have to go ask neighbors water. The well that we dug there, it was during the rain season. So automatically right now, the well has dried. And yesterday we had to bring a little bit of the people to make sure that they dig it deep. But this kind of the people that they came yesterday, they were too expensive. To be realistic, that's why they have not came today. And today we had to go and pick some Masari who are just working for me, but they could not manage today because today was a funeral at home. You know me, sometimes I have to attend, but at the same time, I have to work. That is with me because he has already passed. Even if I stay there, I continue crying. At the end of the day, when I go home, my kid will ask, Baba, I'm hungry. He will not bother that, oh, Baba, you are in a funeral. What will bother? Baba, I want to dress. Baba, I want this and this. Baba, I want this and this. So automatically I have to work because I know we are in a world that you are not employed and we have to work. So that's simply means after working this platform or from doing this and this, also we have to make sure that we have to continue and make sure that everything has to happen. So let's go there and check out what's really happening at that point of speaking. Back to the roots. Maurice,
yeah.
How is everything?
Yeah, fine, man.
Yes. You're just making it happen.
Sorry?
You're making it happen?
Yeah, we're making things happen.
Yes. Today, a little bit of there and here, challenge of water.
Yeah, actually, I've had a big challenge of water.
Yes.
But thank God.
Yeah.
We have managed a little bit.
Yes.
I would like you to use this time.
Yes.
This right period.
To dig more.
To dig the borehole.
You know, actually, I wanted the likes of Amasari, the likes of Baba Ann to come here and try to work. But actually, you know what was just going on today in the village? Yeah. So today there was a little bit of burial. Eh?
Just said, but the goodness is my family represented me there.
Yeah. You know, at the end of the day is that when you go home, they will want something to eat. They will not bother that there was funeral around or not around. So the good thing they have presented you take there your contribution. So the work has to move on. Yeah, the work has to move on.
So you are trying to hide this roof?
Yeah, to hide it.
You can show them from the other end.
Yeah. Give yourself a shout out.
Yeah. You know, I will give myself a special shout out.
Yes.
By showing my channel.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
You can just, okay.
Yeah, when I come down.
Yeah, okay.
I just share it out because I've come to realize most of the names.
Yes.
are hard.
Yeah.
You know, like we use most vernacular names.
Exactly.
Yeah. So like typing,
yeah.
Unless somebody tags you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, you know, sometimes you find somebody and you cannot find him. Eh?
Yes.
You cannot find him. So sometimes you have to get and maybe we pin the link.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the pinning the link can be the best option. The best option. Eh? I will try to do it today. Oh, Masai, everything wagon. Masai. Masai, uko unaniuliza kwa swali. Masai was asking me a question. There's a question that Masai was asking. Masai, English is a problem to Masai. Hey. Okay, no problem. Bro, kazi nasonga? Kazi nasonga? Eh. I am brastering here. Eh, you are brastering here. Yeah, the English, that is English by the way. It's just saying that it's just kupiga papa. That simply means it's try to to plaster it actually. So guys, what I was talking about, all about the borehole here. Yesterday, there was a little bit of, so the work, and I'm seeing water is just trying to come out. So that simply means this, they just dug 2 feet yesterday. They just dug 2 feet. And they were very expensive. The other people, they were a little bit cheaper. So this one, they were too expensive. Too expensive. When we tried to communicate over with some of the people who were working there, they just told us that the money that they were paying them, they were a little bit cheaper than the money that they were asking. That simply means we had to go for those people who started it because it was their work to come and finish. But today we had to understand them because they had a little bit of work somewhere, and that's why they didn't manage to come. And it is very understandable. Some things you have to understand. It is very, very understandable. They didn't manage today, and tomorrow they will be on with the site, and everything will be moving on. Thank you so much for always coming on to support Lucas the Traveler. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. Let's meet to the next video.